Anthony, Fox News.
I do think that as of this morning, after having talked to my colleagues all through the night, I think that the votes will be there.
That's what Republican Congresswoman Kat Kammack tells Fox. The final House vote today would provide funding through September, but not for Homeland Security. It only gets 2 weeks' worth as Democrats demand immigration enforcement reform.
Taxpayer dollars should not be spent to brutalize and kill American citizens.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries referencing the deadly shootings during the much-protested ICE raids in Minneapolis. The Homeland Security Secretary says all agents there will now wear body cameras. A month after the U.S. raid in Venezuela landed leader Nicolas Maduro in jail in New York on terror and drug charges, Colombia's President Gustavo Petro, who's been critical of the U.S., goes to the White House this morning. Stopping drug trafficking there, a big topic.
Somehow after the Venezuelan raid, he became very nice.
After President Trump threatened Iran, sending U.S. forces to the region over nuclear concerns and the deadly crackdown on protesters there.
Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian says he's instructed his foreign minister to pursue fair and equitable negotiations with the United States.
And Fox's Jonathan Savage. A missing person search continues in Arizona.
Today's show host Savannah Guthrie is asking for prayers as the probe continues into the disappearance of her mother, Nancy Guthrie, who investigators believe was taken from her home in Arizona. Guthrie in an Instagram post thanking her supporters, writing, "We believe in prayer. We believe in voices raised in unison, in love, in hope. We believe in goodness."
Fox's Lillian Wu. It's feared Nancy Guthrie, who's 84, might not have medication she needs. NASA is pushing back its moon mission, delaying Artemis 2 till March at the earliest. So the 4 astronauts had been in quarantine ahead of the upcoming launch to do a moon flyby are being sent home. NASA encountered hydrogen leaks in the fueling. America's listening to Fox News.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
As the House gets ready to take a final vote on funding, hoping to end a partial government shutdown now in day 4, there is one more Democrat.
Christian Menifee won a special election runoff Saturday to fill a seat that's been open since Sylvester Turner died last March.
It's been more than 330 days since the people of the 18th Congressional District had representation, had a voice in Congress.
That district is in and around Houston, represented by a Democrat since 1973. Menifee is a former attorney for Harris County. The Republicans' House majority now stands at 218-214, meaning they can afford no more than one defection on a party-line vote. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Well, the Trump administration continues its controversial deportation agenda. A federal judge is blocking an attempt to send a lot of Haitian immigrants back.
U.S. District Judge Ana Reyes denied the Trump administration's request to dismiss a lawsuit that challenges the Homeland Security Department's end of temporary protected status, or TPS, for more than 350,000 Haitians. The scathing 83-page ruling from Judge Reyes says that DHS Secretary Kristi Noem did not have the authority to end TPS and that the protections will stay in place until the case works its way through the legal system. A Homeland Security spokesperson has promised an appeal and that they would take it to the Supreme Court. TPS was created by Congress and is a designation that the U.S. can give to countries dealing with situations like natural disasters or armed conflicts. Haiti was given TPS in 2010 after a devastating earthquake. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising after big gains starting February. The Dow yesterday surged up more than 500 points. Tomorrow, the first Olympic competition begins in Italy, ahead of the opening ceremony, which is Friday at the Winter Games. And Team USA announced this morning the 2 flag bearers, speed skater Aaron Jackson and bobsledder Frank Del Duca. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news Well, Urbana City Council met to advance two major housing measures tied to the Urbana Home Consortium. Council members approved resolutions certifying Habitat for Humanity as a community housing development organization for the 2026 program year and authorized a new funding agreement to support upcoming affordable housing builds. Several Champaign area businesses announcing updated operating hours this week as employers continue adjusting staffing levels and responding to shifting customer demand. Local managers say the changes designed to improve scheduling efficiency and reduce burnout among employees. Libraries, museums, and performance venues across Champaign and Urbana rolling out expanded February programming, including concerts, film screenings, lectures, hands-on workshops. Organizers say the goal to boost winter engagement and provide more accessible cultural opportunities for families. Attendance is expected to rise as venues promote new partnerships. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, good morning. 7:06. It is February 3rd, 2026. The year of our Lord.
That's right.
There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I am Stevie J. There's meteorologist Greg Solier. Morning, sir.
Hello.
Good to have you
Good morning.
here. I needed something from the Social Security office yesterday.
How did that go?
Okay.
You're not that old.
So I called. I've ignored that.
Yeah.
I called, and they said it's a 30-minute wait.
Okay.
So I'm on hold for 45 to 55 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Then they answered. I said, well,
on
we're
the phone.
trying to get, it was all on the phone because you cannot go.
Oh.
They don't accept anybody walking in the door.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Anyway, so it was very friendly, nice, everything else. I said, can I just run by if all you need is my driver's license?
Mm-hmm.
And said, you can't come unless you have an appointment. What was the movie where Tom Hanks was stranded in the airport? And the guy said, you must have an appointment. What's the name of that movie? Really good. He got stranded. He stranded. He was, I can't remember the name. Anyway, I didn't have an appointment. So anyway, I made my appointment. I have approximately 10 minutes. I better be on time.
Yeah, good.
And that's just how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just started extrapolating out why huge government is not good.
The Terminal in 2004.
Thank you. The Terminal. Tom Hanks. Very good movie. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so it's just FYI. It was on the top of my brain because it's been an hour on hold.
As an efficiency you're getting at, right?
Yeah, I just don't think you want to be in a government health care.
No,
well, you know what?
no.
You seem to wait with testing and everything else in hospitals anyway.
Yeah.
But it just efficiencies and seriously, and I think they're wonderful government workers. There's some that aren't very good. It's like normal private business too.
Sure.
But you just there's no real motivation because once you're in government, it's very hard to not be in government.
Tough to get fired.
I suggested kind of cynically that you have to be caught stealing on video 3 times before they would suggest you leave.
That's about right.
Yeah. And listen, it's just kind of what the nature of the beast is. We grew government. Ronald Reagan was talking about how bad big government is in the 1980s.
Exactly. 40 years ago, yeah.
40 years ago.
At least.
Amazing.
At least.
I know.
Where were you when you heard Ronald Reagan got shot?
Huh.
I think
probably doing something like this, I would think. That's how long it's been.
Yeah, no, I can't. I remember the day very clearly, and that he was trying to impress Jodie Foster, the actress.
Oh, that's right.
It was Hinckley.
Yeah.
Did he ever get out? I thought he got to go home.
I feel like there are parole.
Yeah. Anyway, he shot Ronald Reagan. Shot Tim McCarthy, a University of Illinois graduate who was Secret Service. He later became the. I think he was the police chief in.
Orland Park, I believe.
Orland Park, I'm in Chicago.
Okay.
Oh.
And of course, Jim Brady was never the same.
Right.
No.
That was a U of I grad. So Ronald Reagan tapped into Illinois pretty well. So, all right, we off to a big day here with, again, I got 30 yesterday, and I didn't know what to do. I knew my swimsuit was available since I had that, from the trip. So
Saw a kid walking home from school with his coat tied around his waist and his T-shirt
Seen people
on.
running around with their shorts on like they're coming out of the health club. Oh, sorry. So
it's just, it is so, I know it's cold. It's so much better than last week.
Oh, yes.
I'm just like,
That's right.
I just don't know. I mean, you want to be a golf pro in Anchorage, okay? Because you only work 3 months a year.
Okay.
But you don't want to be in Anchorage for the weather because it's cold a lot. Anyway,
it's the lack of sunlight that would get me.
Oh, yeah, that's a psychological thing.
Yeah,
sunshine brings some real
vitamin D, I believe.
And it's just a synapses of stuff. It's
Absolutely.
Just... All right, Greg, we got weather. What you got? Brought to you by Busey for over 158 years. Member FDIC, Mr. Meteorologist Greg Solier.
Yeah, we've got some better days ahead, and yeah, that is a noticeable swing in temperature, especially if you take into account just wind chill values alone and do some rudimentary rough math. It's like mixing apples and oranges, but the idea would be you had 40 below on wind chills and daytime temperatures that have been pushing close to 30, 31, 32 degrees. There's a swing of 70 degrees as it feels right there. So that's the story. There'll be some ups and downs in temperature, fast-moving systems, nothing major. We've got one coming through the area right now, kind of dusting some parts of East Central Illinois. Another one like it for Thursday into Friday. But we do see these uptick in temperatures ahead of these systems, a little downward pressure behind them, and signs of a little more steadfast pattern shift, at least into thaw-free cycles, and maybe pushing close to the 40-degree mark if we can do something with the snowpack and snow cover that is over a wide area of the country, all the while better on temperatures. That moderation of temperatures, but more liquid moisture, and you always got to keep an eye on the freezing aspect. That expected to evolve the second half of next week. In the meantime, out the door this morning, 26 at Willard and Savoy, up to about 29 to 30 today. A couple of snow showers and flurries around, a little coating in some areas, but we'll get sun midday and more so for this afternoon. Clouds roll back in tonight, colder down to around 11, and a colder day tomorrow, but manageable again at 26 with a partly sunny sky and a much, much lighter wind component for the foreseeable future. Down to the single digits tomorrow night, but back up to 30, or close to it on Thursday. A little light snow and flurry activity late in the day. A couple of snow showers and flurries around on a partly sunny, windy day's worth of weather, and 36 on Friday, but again, offset by the wind. Then we cool to 27 Saturday, 30 Sunday, well into the 30s we climb through the first half of next week.
Yeah.
For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, well done, sir. Well into the 30s. Maybe a 4 in front of that at some point.
That'd be great.
Come on, man. February 3rd, it is Keaton Wagler's birthday.
Yeah, 19 today.
He is really getting old.
Our Big Ten freshman of the week.
Again.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Is this number 5 for him?
I don't know. I've lost
crazy.
track. Tomorrow night, they played 8 o'clock against the Northwestern Wildcats. Don't sleep on anybody in this conference.
That's right. We're giving away tickets. Text in Illini 359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line and try to win from Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza.
Yep, so we do have the basketball game. Then we play Saturday night. I got the Dusty May clip. Dusty May, the coach at Michigan.
Okay.
After they had a chance to look at the film, Dusty said, were they dirty plays against your team at East Lansing? He said there were 3 dangerous plays. And, of course, Tom Izzo scoffed at that. I just had mentioned yesterday that, it's going to be very physical. Always is in East Lansing.
Right.
They're very obviously they'll get after you, which is fine.
Uh-huh.
I just have a very bad memory of the flagrant 2 or whatever that was. When they essentially... You're listening to Oops. They essentially jumped on Io and broke his nose. That was Io DeSuma. That was our star.
And then he went through a good few games with the Batman mask style on, and I think we even made a promotion out of that where we were wearing
he wasn't as good. Apparently, somebody came out and said, you know what, if you look at the stats and stuff, he just wasn't,
Okay.
Anyway, it was a shame, and that was at East Lansing.
Right.
And I like Tom Izzo. I think he's tremendous, Hall of Fame guy, and won national championship, all those good things.
But don't play dirty.
Don't play dirty, and he never would tell us. I know that this is one of the good guys in college basketball, but he would not tell us, but he'd play aggressive.
Yeah.
And then guys, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Right.
But you just don't want to hurt anybody. You play hard, you bump them, that's fine, but don't come down on a guy's face.
Right.
So anyway, we'll take care of Northwestern tomorrow night. But Illinois is now number 5 in America. Number 5.
Wow.
That's a pretty good jump from 9 to 5. We leapfrog over Iowa State, who'd won impressively against Florida, didn't they? Anyway, it's. I said yesterday, it's time to enjoy this. Just enjoy the ride. It doesn't happen very often. Your team is 19-3, 19-2 with Iowa and Kofi, and 19-20. But that team got upset as a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament in the second round to Loyola, if you remember that game. Anyway, play on, see what happens. We're in February already and winding it down. We got 4 weeks of basketball. 5 home games left?
Right.
Not very many. So in the NCAA women, we think Shauna Green's team's going to make the tournament. They had a wonderful win over a top 25 team. in Washington.
Right. And now we've got Oregon happening tomorrow at 8 at Oregon.
Yeah.
And then the game on Sunday is at noon against USC. And that's the Play for K Pink game and National Girls and Women in Sports game. So that's at noon on Sunday if you want to get that $5 ticket and go.
Yep, you'll enjoy it. All right, so sports headlines. The St. Louis Cardinals, who live right here on this radio station, says goodbye to a very good player.
Brendan Donovan.
Deep to right field, and it is a goner. First Major League home run for Brendan Donovan. Diving catch by Donovan. He throws and gets France at first. Wow. What a star on that play.
What a play. Flash in the leather.
They are just opening positions. They got, I think, 2 number 1 picks from, the Rays, Tampa Bay Rays, and Seattle. I'm not sure exactly. I think Brendan's going to Seattle. Anyway.
For a right-hand pitcher and 2 outfielders.
And they're good prospects. 2 of them were number 1 first-round picks, I thought. Anyway, I'm sure they're good. They're all good. But who develops into a major league player? Who gets to stick around for the long term? And at this point, Chaim Bloom, the new John Mozeliak, who's in charge of baseball operations in St. Louis, it's a rebuild. So, you're looking at it saying, okay, so every year, it's for a long, long time, for decades, it's always said who goes through St. Louis to get to the Central Division. Well, now it looks very much like it's probably still Milwaukee and probably maybe a little Cincinnati. They signed Eugenio Suarez to come back to Cincinnati. He had 49 home runs in Seattle last year. So they got some pop along with L.A. De La Cruz. So I think Cincinnati probably got more competitive. And then you're going to have to depend on some real breakouts by people you don't know yet. That's what St. Louis was looking at, but who's to say 2-3 years from now? There's a bloop in the 90s. That's the last time the Cardinals had a bloop. Like, oh no. They're just used to championships.
Yes,
and
we are.
Used to all of that.
And you can hear him here on ESPN 93.5. Of course, we're gearing up for US 105.9 to host the Cubs. So hop on board.
Cubs will be right there. Milwaukee, the Cubs, and a little Cincinnati.
That's right.
Pirates and St. Louis probably looking up. I would think. You never know. I would think.
Well, since we're doing kind of a trade talk, Giannis said it might be time to part ways with the Milwaukee Bucks after 12 years. He's got a right calf injury right now and played 30 games this season, averaging 28 points. But the Milwaukee Bucks and the Bulls will play tonight at 7 o'clock. The Bucks are 18-29 on the season.
Giannis is 12 years in Milwaukee?
Yes, I know it. When I saw that, I was like, wow.
So he's kind of old. 30-something.
You're right.
So
Houston beat Indiana yesterday, 118-114. And Indiana Pacers have Utah tonight.
All right.
Gearing up for that Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl 60.
New England and Seattle.
Yep. Weather brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. They offer cost-efficient solutions for your busy office. If you want a free evaluation, 217-352-0428.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity, relatively quiet spell of weather ahead. Just a couple of weak weather systems on the move, of which is doing just that this morning. Touch of light snow shower, flurry activity in spots. Coating in a few locales as well. Later on into the day, partly sunny skies for the midday and afternoon. Highs to about 29 with a gentle northwest to north wind. Will about colder tonight, considerable cloudiness, and down around 11. Tomorrow, partly sunny, tad colder at 26 with a north-northeasterly wind remaining light at 6 to 12 miles per hour. Into the single digits for tomorrow night, but we'll recover up to about 30 for the day on Thursday. Mostly cloudy again, some light snow floor activity possible late in the day. That'll linger into spots for the day Friday. Windy, not as cold, high to about 36. Back to colder weather though for the weekend. Sunshine, 27 on Saturday, but we'll bounce to 30 on Sunday. Overnight readings in the teens. High temperatures into the lower 30s for next Monday and mid to upper 30s next Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll keep you posted right here for Stevie J Broadcasting. I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Since we opened our doors in 1868, Busey has fostered deep customer relationships and vibrant communities, embodying a legacy of partnership and progress. With multiple lines of business, we provide a range of financial solutions tailored to your needs. From digital banking to planning for retirement, Busey is here to help you achieve your financial goals. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
PayPal is predicting weaker earnings this year. Fewer of its customers are using branded checkout, which lets you use PayPal to buy things online. Shares are down nearly 11%. Pfizer is reporting an upbeat quarter and is standing by its forecast for the year. Though the stock is lower, Wall Street was anticipating a more upbeat outlook. Siemens Energy says it plans to invest $1 billion to expand the U.S. power grid and gas turbine component production to serve data centers needed to power artificial intelligence. Siemens says the U.S. expansion will add around a fifth to equipment it produces for the electrical grid. And PepsiCo is cutting prices by as much as 15% on some of its snack brands, including Lay's potato chips and Cheetos. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
From around the world,
Trey Yingst joining us from Tel Aviv, Israel.
To Washington,
I'm Mike Emanuel.
To your own backyard. If a story impacts you or your wallet, we're on it. It's the Fox News Rundown. We give every story the deeper look it deserves with must-listen interviews and smart analysis from the voices you can trust. Start your day with the Fox News Rundown. Listen and follow now at foxnewsrundown.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
So if you're thinking about selling your home, don't trust your probably largest investment to just any real estate agent. Call the Nate Evans Group and have him work on it. Cindy recently needed to sell her home in Champaign. She called Nate. And in her 5-star review, Cindy says Nate and his team were amazing to work with from start to finish.
Pretty cool to have over 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Yeah, that experience is key. Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty can get you that immediate cash offer on your home. What is your timeline anyway? You can also get your home estimate by clicking that button and entering your address and get your answer if you want to just explore your options with Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty, a friend you can trust, very knowledgeable about all the things in our area. 217-239-7113 as you call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home, or do an online search to Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
Let your local Farmers Insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like frames. Because you found a classic 70s concert poster. But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster. Which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame, and if they are, then you severely overestimated how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster in an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
In 1925, Bud and B. Reichert founded a small plumbing business in Urbana. Today, nearly 100 years later, A&R Mechanical is still thriving. A&R Mechanical believes in designing, building, and maintaining. As one of the largest and most innovative contractors in the Midwest, their team creates and sustains essential facility systems for iconic structures like the State Farm Center, the Memorial Stadium expansion, the Ubben Basketball Complex, the Smith Football Performance Center, along with baseball, softball, and the Demersion Indoor Golf Facility. I'm Jay Lehman, former Fighting Illini All-American linebacker. As a longtime Champaign-Urbana resident, I can assure you that A&R Mechanical and their contributions have been a cornerstone to this community. Congratulations, A&R Mechanical, on 100 years of dedication, innovation, and community spirit. Design, build, maintain. It's what they've done for nearly 100 years and what they'll continue to do for the next 100 years. A&R Mechanical, celebrating a century of excellence and service. Visit ar-mech.com for more details.
Ever wonder why you pay your bank to have a checking account? Fisher National Bank does too. You see, they offer free rewards cashback checking that gives you cash back on debit purchases, no service fees or balance requirements. Simply make 12 debit card purchases, receive electronic statements, and have one direct deposit in a monthly cycle. It's so simple. Reward yourself today with rewards cashback checking. Learn more at any branch or FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
We do have a Stever this morning, a Stever alert, ladies and gentlemen. First one in February. It'll be from the Long Branch Steakhouse.
Good.
If you want to have $50 of great stuff at Long Branch, up in beautiful downtown Gifford, Illinois. What does Jay Lehman say? Fried
Beautiful
pickles.
Okay.
Yeah, fried eclectic.
Yes.
Fried pickles, fried onion, mushrooms, and just darn
Onion
good
rings.
onion rings. You got your frog dressing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw some comments about that. Yeah, for some reason, it came up on my feed when somebody was complimenting Long Branch in Gifford, 310 South Main Street. I like the drive. I like the food. I like the service. He works with family members. Owner comes out to the table was on the review that I saw. So good stuff at Long Branch. If you haven't been, now's your chance.
All right, you just go to GoStever.com. It's on the website, GoStever.com. Somehow you're not a member where I make these offers. I'm just giving you stuff. You can join and also enter. Just go to GoStever.com, GoStever.com.
It's a high bar. I know our family had to steak somewhere else the other day. It's not as good as Long Branch, was said by somebody around.
Maybe not even as thick, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I can find Dusty May.
Halftime show. It's happening right here, right.
No, this is good. This is good.
Okay.
I wanted to play this early too. We have, Bad Bunny and the Super Bowl.
Yes, we do.
Controversy. There's a real good chance Bad Bunny comes out in a dress.
That's right.
It's in the San Francisco Bay Area in Santa Clara. So there's an alternative. It'll be streaming online if this you don't think is appropriate for your kids. Yeah.
This is a major announcement. This is the first announcement about the All-American Halftime Show. It's happening right here, right now. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Kid Rock.
I'm excited, man.
Well, exactly. You gave, and we just put it all out on social, so this is just happening as we speak. And I read your quote, and I told your team I thought that this was just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to read it. This just went out on the press release that just hit the wires. It says, "We're approaching this show like David and Goliath. Competing with the pro football machine and a global pop superstar is almost impossible. Or is it? He said he's having a dance party, wearing a dress and singing in Spanish. Cool. We plan to play great songs for folks who love America." Tell us what you mean by all that.
Kid Rock, ladies and gentlemen, headlining this alternative halftime show. First time anybody's tried this. Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk's work with now his wife, Erica. So here's more from Kid Rock about the whole thing.
Man, I spent some time crafting that quote. I'm not sure if I can top it right now. It's pretty much
pretty good, man.
It's just like, it's like I said, it's like, you're competing with this, this powerhouse machine called the NFL, and in a certain way you're competing with it, and in a certain way you're not either. I think it's kind of, I'm actually drafting an op-ed right now that I think I might release on Wednesday. Kind of, how did this come to be? Why did Turning Point have to have an alternative halftime to the NFL? And I think it's, to sum it up quickly, it kind of goes back to what Taylor Sheridan figured out, years back, that half this country is just underserved entertainment wise, and was just really, so many of us got tired of just, having Hollywood tell us how things are going to be and hearing all their political this and that and trying to, shove their agendas and the trans thing and everything down our throats. And it's like, I guess we're just going to have our own stuff for right now.
Well, that's exactly right. And you're going to be joined by Brantley Gilbert, Lee Bryce, Gabby Barrett, and you are going to be the headline here. Kid Rock performing at the All-American Halftime Show.
Okay, streaming. I'm not sure, but I presume somewhere on probably easy to find. If you want to, I would really, really, really like the halftime show to show a dip. Game halftime usually is a spike.
Yeah,
I would like to see a dip. Frankly,
Interesting.
just in your face. It's the kind of politics we don't want at a sporting event, certainly. And really don't enjoy any time when you're force-fed what they want to do, and then you not only have to be okay with it, you have to kind of promote it and endorse it. And that's just not the American way. We can disagree, and you go your way, I'll go mine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Kid Rock made an announcement with formerly the Charlie Kirk radio show.
That's right. That
Okay.
Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett will be part of this kind of country-focused, alternative, all-American
Family
halftime show.
friendly.
Mhm.
So you don't have to answer the questions of why does that man have a dress on. And this is a kids event, man, just as much.
I think there's a few drag queens being featured in the Bad Bunny show. And, of course, it's around the San Francisco area. And to each his own on all that.
Well, except maybe halftime of a $110 million viewing audience. Maybe they should think about everybody. Maybe. All right. Okay. Very good. I got the Dusty May, Michigan coach clip. Stand by. You got to hear this.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The desperate search to find Nancy Guthrie, the elderly mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, who's missing in Arizona.
The Pima County Sheriff says given the nature of the crime scene, he believes she was taken by force with evidence pointing in the direction of her being harmed in the process. And it's a race against the clock. The 84-year-old has medical conditions that require medication, and if doses are missed, it can be fatal.
Fox's Alicia Acuna. Could the partial government shutdown end today?
Now, a large part of that reason is President Trump decided to get involved. He urged a handful of House Republicans to drop their demand to attach the GOP voter ID law known as the SAVE Act to this package of government spending bills. Speaker Johnson says now just isn't the time for that.
Fox's Bill Malugin on Capitol Hill. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A new Illinois Department of Public Health report released this week shows significant health challenges among the state's homeless population, including Champaign-Urbana. Advocates say the findings underscore the need for expanded shelter capacity, mental health services, and long-term housing solutions. New SNAP work requirements took effect this week, raising concerns among Champaign-Urbana service providers. The updated rules change which recipients must work or volunteer, how often, potentially affecting food security access for vulnerable residents. Local nonprofits say they are preparing for an increase in assistance. Champaign County Chamber and Urbana Business Association promoting a slate of February business development events, including networking breakfasts, small business workshops, and legislative updates. Organizers say early year participation is strong as companies look to refine hiring strategies and prepare for spring growth. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, some moderating temperatures. We're excited about that. Our weather brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Kurt Lenschow. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Next in a string of these very weak and fast-moving systems, generating a couple of spells of snow shower flow activity around this morning. Perhaps a few localized slick spots, even a minor coating in some locales. In any event, a partly sunny midday and afternoon will top out around 29 with gentle winds. Overnight readings will be colder tonight with considerable cloudiness too, down to around 11. For the day tomorrow, light north-northeasterly winds continue on, partly sunny skies. Temps a bit colder at around 26 and will level off into the single digits. For tomorrow night, a cold start to Thursday, mostly cloudy, but will moderate to around 30 in the afternoon. Again, a touch of light snow and flurry activity around late in the day into the night. Those could linger in spots into the day. Friday, windy, not as cold at 36 degrees. Back to colder weather for the weekend, particularly Saturday, 27 with sunshine, up near 30 on Sunday. Signs of a milder spell of weather expected into next week, 32 on Monday, Tuesday high, and next Wednesday into the middle and upper 30s as well. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
February, the month of love, the month to break up with that junk. 2 Men in a Junk Truck will help you dump that old sofa, nasty fridge, and worn out TV. Don't stay in a toxic relationship with your clutter. Break free. Our friendly crews make the entire process easy. You point, we haul, no judgment. Decluttering doesn't have to be a project. Contact 2 Men in a Junk Truck today and be junk free by tomorrow. 2meninajuncktruck.com. 2 Men in a Junk Truck. Junk removal made simple.
Yeah. By the way, best part of the Grammys, not that I saw it. You know, I enjoyed the Billie, what's her name, Eilish?
Yes.
She has a, you know, what you say, ice out or something about anti-ice.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I think she's the one that said, Yeah, how can anybody be illegal on stolen ground? Okay, actually, I think there's kind of an Indian site where she lives.
Okay.
In the Los Angeles County area. It's the Indian tribe. That's what one reporter had said. And that was a $14 million gated community.
I see.
With one resident, her.
Uh-huh.
And you're safe, so you can say whatever you want, because the other people that are out there that are criminals that you don't want the ICE to pick up, it's just off the charts for me. But the best part of the Grammys I didn't see was Jelly Roll.
There was a time in my life, y'all, that I was broken. That's why I wrote this album. I didn't think I had a chance, y'all. There was days that I thought the darkest things. I was a horrible human. There was a moment in my life that all I had was a Bible this big and a radio the same size and a 6x8 foot cell. And I believed that those two things could change my life. I believed that music had the power to change my life and God had the power to change my life. And I want to tell y'all right now, Jesus is for everybody. Jesus is not owned by one political party. Jesus is not owned by no music label. Jesus is Jesus, and anybody can have a relationship with him. I love you, Lord.
How about that?
Yep, I happened to see that.
Jelly Roll. I really appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
What a turnaround. Not only did he find Jesus, but he lost 200 pounds?
I think so.
A lot of weight.
Yeah.
And a lot of tattoos.
Lost 300 pounds.
Wow.
Without Ozempic, it says on this headline.
That's awesome. I think Ozempic, aren't you kind of on it if you're on it?
Right.
I don't know if you can get rid of that.
I know.
I think a lot of people lost weight, and I think it's wonderful. Yeah, it's great. I think you're just moving better, healthier, all of those good things. Okay, so Dusty May is the head coach, unfortunately, in the Big Ten. We want him to leave. We want the UConn job to open. Maybe he'll take that. Now, listen, he's a really good coach. And I was sorry to see Juwan Howard go because we like Juwan because we were undefeated against Juwan Howard. And we've actually won 9 straight against Michigan. And they're going to come into town on February 27th for a Friday night. It could be for a lot of the marbles of the Big Ten. We hope it is. I'd love it to be a showdown in our gym, State Farm Center. Okay, so here's Dusty May. Apparently during the very, very physical Michigan State hosting Michigan on Friday night, and these are obviously rivals, major rivals. I mean, this is Cardinals, Cubs. This is, Michigan State. I mean, they're not very far apart in their campuses.
Right.
So, yeah, Van Arbor and East Lansing was a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour. I'm not sure. Anyway, here's Dusty May being asked about the dirty plays.
Right, criticizing Jeremy Fears Jr., the dangerous plays.
Jeremy Fears Jr. is a really good player. He'll go down the lane and then shove his shoulder into you, and then a foul is called on the other guy. He just talented at doing that, drawing a lot of fouls.
I see.
Trippy Axel, is that beyond?
Appeared?
Or did Trippy Axel?
Was it a loop?
Did they trip Yaxel Lundenberg? He's a terrific player for Michigan. So did Michigan State, it appeared like you saw the film.
Right. I apologize. And then
No, that's okay. I don't mean to be.
But
I apologize more than.
No, you're good. That seems like beyond basketball, I guess. Beyond a basketball play, is that something the Big Ten should look at?
I think there are several plays that are very dangerous, and I am incredibly proud of our guys for the responses they had to some of those situations. Incredibly proud for their self-control, their restraint, and their impulse control. I'll leave it at that.
Tony?
Yeah. But they're not isolated incidents.
Yeah. I kind of want to go more on that.
The film's there. 40 minutes of it. It's not hard to find.
Have you reached out to their staff, or?
It's not hard to find.
Have you reached out to their staff?
I have not reached out to their staff, no.
Okay, so that rivalry continues. I think they play again. Yeah. This time in Ann Arbor in a few weeks. So that's the Michigan State. I made mention yesterday that, I just know how physical they are, and I just remember the Iota Sumu banging on his nose, breaking his nose, changing his season. And, yeah. So I don't want that to happen to anybody. I don't want us to do anything to them, and I sure don't want them to do anything to us.
Well, Tommy Izzo, this headline says, call me on these allegations that Dusty May has made.
Yeah, well, and they said, Tom, you didn't really shake his hand. I mean, you kind of was quick, and he says, you guys are looking for something, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're rivals. I don't shake much hand with rivals. He's 71. You see, had his birthday.
Just turned.
Well, it was Friday during the game.
Oh, wow.
So he walked off not happy on his birthday.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so we got Northwestern in tomorrow night. It's a state rival. We're better. Doesn't mean they can't compete and scare us. We don't want that. We better just nose to the grindstone, play by the standard, as Ben Hummerkow said a couple of games ago. Play up to the standard, win the ball game, move off to the Michigan State game Saturday night at 7. And then we'll have the rest of the season right there in front of us, a West Coast swing that will include USC and UCLA on the road. And you just can't sleep on anything in this conference. It's just crazy how good it all is. Okay, so it is 7:40. We do have a Stever. I mentioned that a moment ago. Long Branch Steakhouse, $50 bills. We were giving those away for free.
And this is a GoStever.com, not text in.
Not text in. It's GoStever.com. GoStever.com if you would like a chance at these fabulous $50 bills to eat a steak, or at least part of a steak. Probably won't get you everything, but it'll help. All right, I think a Supreme Court decision came down, and I think it's pretty significant. You know how it'll say a judge has halted President Trump, and you're going, why in the world would a judge in Idaho Falls, Idaho, get a stop what the president wants to do in an executive order? It doesn't seem right. Why do judges stop the president of the United States?
Supreme Court delivers a huge victory to the Trump administration today. Today, the Supreme Court just handed President Trump a massive legal win. In a 6-3 decision, the justices ruled that federal courts can no longer issue nationwide injunctions, a legal roadblock that lower courts were using to obstruct Trump's executive orders before they could even be enforced. Now, this decision includes the controversial birthright citizenship order, which aimed to deny automatic citizenship to children of illegal immigrants. The lower courts had frozen the order nationwide, but now that power's gone. This ruling states no more one judge halting the entire federal government. Justice Amy Coney Barrett wrote the opinion, joined by Thomas, Alito, and Kavanaugh. Liberals on the bench, they dissented. So in translation, Trump's executive power was just defined, and the liberal courts just lost basically the only weapon that they had. This is a massive reality check in how presidential power works. Trump's back in charge, and the courts can't stop him like they thought they could.
Never made sense to me. One judge in some far-off town could stop the president from doing something on an executive order. I never understood it. So that's, in my mind, good news. The SAVE Act, which is trying to be pushed through, and the government's shut, by the way. It might get back tonight. They're supposed to vote in the House this afternoon, but it's going to have to be completely Republicans, and now the Republicans apparently have just a one-vote margin. Somebody died and somebody won that was a Democrat, so it's closer. So here's a little more on the SAVE Act, and a couple of Republicans are satisfied as of late last night that it's going to be brought up in the Senate floor, and it's just so many rules and what you have to do to get something passed. But here's a little more on what the SAVE Act is.
It's insulting and it's racist to say that requiring a photo ID hurts minorities is about as racist a statement you can make, that somehow minorities can't figure out how to get driver's licenses, but white people can. I mean, it's disgusting and it is revolting. Look, the reason they don't want the SAVE Act is because they won't be able to win if they can't cheat.
Okay, so that's the allegation. Why not? Just a simple question. Why not require somebody to say, hey, Barbara, let me see your Barbara identification, and make it sure that nobody's voting for you?
Right.
I don't know why that would be so abhorrent if you need an ID to buy a beer. I mean, what the heck? We need IDs. You don't think the African American or Hispanic community can figure out how to go to get a driver's license?
Right.
Who doesn't have one? You need an ID virtually every. Can't go on an airplane. You got to have something to drive.
Mm-hmm.
It is again, and I'm learning more about how the numbers matter. And somebody even said that they're recruiting homeless people from Florida to bring them to California. California's losing numbers, and they need head count. They need people.
Wow.
And I saw some video of up and down whatever boulevard it was in L.A., number one in the nation of homelessness. And it's just unbelievable. You're saying, what? How have we allowed this? I mean, you have a business isn't going to be successful. They
Right.
talked to one guy, said, I can't have a business here. They're on the streets, go in the bathroom, all the things.
Ugh.
Well, they've been doing that in San Francisco for a while.
Right.
They cleaned it up when the president of China came, but we were jogging on that street and had to watch our step. Wow. And it wasn't because of the dogs.
Right.
It was like, you got to be kidding me. So we've allowed it. You get what you tolerate. The great Mike Ditka once quoted as saying, you get what you tolerate. And why we would allow that, it must be for numbers and head count, and they don't have to vote because somebody could vote for them. California, you can harvest those votes. So it's unbelievable how they so adamantly be against. And then they're supposed to check signatures. They don't even require that anymore. And you're doing drop boxes? You know, Republicans can cheat too. Why don't we tighten it up? Why don't we have a system where you're totally comfortable that it's at least honest? It doesn't. Why wouldn't you pursue that? You don't think we can figure that out to where it's pretty airtight?
Right.
You can't hack into the computers, or can you? I mean, there's just too many gaps. And then, you know, in 2020, conspiracy. Listen, I went to bed at 2 a.m. and woke up at 4 a.m. in Milwaukee, and Detroit had lost 450,000 votes. All these votes came in. Every single one were Joe Biden. That's not even possible. No, it was amazing. They counted them late and had problems with them.
Wow.
It's just, I could not believe it.
It's a little suspicious.
Yeah. and it just, this system is too loose, and it's intentional.
Well, and really, didn't we have Maria Vasquez talking about the Zoomers is voyeur now, and they're having Royer Hotel is having the brunch between 10 and noon on a Saturday the 7th, and she was saying early voting starts Thursday.
Well, right, and the Republicans tend not to want to do that because they're afraid what will happen to the vote and all these other things. Well, I don't know. I don't know how you bring the trust back.
Right.
Because both sides will claim cheating from the other, depending on how it turns out. But certainly, again, I'm adamantly against the drop boxes. Jimmy Carter said absentee voting was a problem. Jimmy Carter had a commission after he was president. And they said it's just open to too much manipulation.
Right.
So, again, why wouldn't you pursue making sure that every vote counts? Absolutely. But it's a real vote. And right now, there's a lot of people that suspect that there's foul play. And then
somebody texted in 359-2255. How many people under oath have testified about voter fraud?
Yeah, lots. But again, nothing tends to get fully covered depending on what they're saying.
Okay.
In fact, is this the cut I want? Yeah, this is the one. This is, did you know that President Trump actually went to Detroit, mostly African Americans, because the narrative is he hates blacks. Okay. So here's a pastor. And this story, I never heard it. Didn't catch the media on this one, I guess.
Right.
President Trump wants to come to your church. I'm like, yeah, right. Sure. What are you talking about? Yeah, okay, come on. So they sent over an agreement. I don't even read it. I sign it because I'm thinking it's a joke. You know, I signed a little venue agreement. On a Monday, he comes. His team comes. Well. Half of the people look like me. I'm thinking, these kids, you're with Trump? What? We're in the hood. I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, look, you have the hood, and then you have the hood. You understand what I'm saying? In our community, like, you don't stop for gas. It's just terrible.
And the Holy Ghost right in the middle of all
right in the middle of it, in the midst of darkness, there shines a great light. I mean, I'm in Detroit. It's a Democratic stronghold. We haven't had a Republican mayor in 60 years. I don't think a Republican has come to Detroit since President Trump. Friday, the campaign says, by the way, Pastor, we want you to be a part of a roundtable. I don't even know what they're doing. Nothing was pre-programmed. Nothing was planned. He comes in, the most authentic person. Because in my community, when older white men get around black people from my community, because it's so polarized, not like the South, to President Trump, he wanted to be around black people, and black people, they could tell, they know that. That he wasn't socially awkward. Then he says, will you pray for me? People were yelling his name. So I'm a preacher. I'm in my church. I'm sitting there. They're chanting Trump. I said, hold on for a second, guys. We don't even chant Jesus like that. We don't even trouble around here. They're chanting his name. They literally sang happy birthday to him. It was unreal. I thought maybe there would have been a couple black people there to play. We have about 400 people there. Our church sits about 600. We have 400 people there. 70% were black. The media, the lying media, I never thought the media would lie. They said it was nothing but all white people there. They just lied. It was crazy. He said, Pastor, why don't you pray for me? And I just prayed for him. Pray for protection.
He prayed for protection.
How about that?
Heck yeah.
Never heard that story. Wonder why.
Right.
So much isn't true. 217-359-2255. You want to jump on the Fisher National Bank text line. and comments, anything. That's great. Our weather now brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, always looking for good members of the team. And since life is unexpected, you should plan with advanced diagnostics or get that advanced medical care planned out or convenient care. Learn more at carl.org.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Next in a string of these very weak and fast-moving systems, generating a couple of spells of snow shower and flare activity around this morning. Perhaps a few localized slick spots, even a minor coating in some locales. In any event, a partly sunny midday and afternoon will top out around 29 with gentle winds. Overnight readings will be colder tonight with considerable cloudiness too, down to around 11. For the day tomorrow, light north-northeasterly winds continue on, partly sunny skies. Temps a bit colder at around 26 and will level off into the single digits. For tomorrow night, a cold start to Thursday, mostly cloudy, but will moderate to around 30 in the afternoon. Again, a touch of light snow and flare activity around late in the day, into the night. Those could linger in spots into the day. Friday, windy, not as cold at 36 degrees. Back to colder weather for the weekend, particularly Saturday, 27 with sunshine, up near 30 on Sunday. Signs of a milder spell of weather expected into next week, 32 on Monday, Tuesday high, and next Wednesday into the middle and upper 30s as well. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Why use Land's Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry.
Hi, it's Wes from Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Land's is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Land's we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Land's Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Now would be a great time to consider updating your HVAC system. Visit us at landsinc.com.
Well, it's our friend Dr. Todd Likens, Pet Pro, Madison, Kirby, and Champaign. Now living on the Ponderosa, like from Bonanza. How are you, Todd?
Yes, it is. It sure is a Ponderosa. I agree with that.
You have the Ponderosa with about 20 beautiful white English cream listed as golden retrievers in America. The most, I would call them, it has to be one of the most intelligent animals I've ever been around. Just totally gazing into your eyes. As I used to say to Charlie, and Bella, welcome to Doggy Motivational Weekend.
Okay.
We're going to get our bark back. And they both just stare at me and watch. It's just amazing.
What a great audience.
It really was. Good practice.
I love it.
All right. So how you doing?
Well, good. We're buried in dentals. You know, we haven't even talked about it yet. Now, we're 1 month into my dental special. I've gone from January, February to January, February, March because we're doing so many dentals anymore. Just cleaning teeth. You know, I like to do it once a year on anybody. You know, we start around age 3 or 4, and I like to do it once a year with the annual lab work, so we're watching the blood works and seeing what's going on there and keeping those teeth before we get to, like the dentals I had to do yesterday where I go in there and molars, I can take my finger and they wiggle. I can't imagine eating with teeth loose like that.
Well, unfortunately, we had that bad experience with Lovey, our older Morkie, and you had said you were shocked at her age versus how bad her teeth were, and we found out that the original owner had fed her sugar water, and it couldn't have helped along the way. So in any event, and you said even without teeth, they can figure it out, and by golly, she does. You know, she really does. They moosh it together, and it works pretty well, but it's something you're on. You know, obviously teeth are better. And, it works. So how would people get in with you for that, and what is your special?
Well, we're running 10% off, and I cap it, unlike a lot of veterinarians where they'll just keep running. I cap it. I have a high-end price, so you know what the most you're going to pay is.
Okay, good. That's good.
But anyway, we book them several days a week, and Taylor handles all that for me because I need something to make my life easier. So Taylor and Graham, he's her sidekick now. Book appointments all week long, all weekend long. So just give them a text.
Okay, so they'll handle that. They have a little anesthesia. How long is the procedure for a dog cleaning teeth?
If it's a routine one, I think we're 45 minutes.
Okay.
If it's more involved, it can be longer.
Yeah.
It just depends. We never, even ourselves, know what we're getting into until we're in the mouth.
Yeah.
You just can't see those teeth way in the back.
I mean, you just can't go up to a Doberman and say, ah.
It takes a little nerves of steel when they're growling at you.
You see the front of the teeth, and that's nice,
That's
but
right.
can't really get a good look in the
Such
back.
a nice smile.
Yeah, it reminds me of what was the movie? Father of the Bride, Steve Martin, the Doberman.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie. Anyway,
great movie.
so again, tell me how to get hold of Taylor.
217-355-5051. Texting's the preferred method, and she and Graham will get back to you.
Okay, and also the doggies being outside is much better. It's 30 degrees yesterday.
Oh, my doggies are happy. Let's put it that way. So, I'm not seeing, we got to be careful, though. I went out this morning, and with all this, there's a slight glaze on our concrete patio, so there's still some hazards out there if you're not careful.
Okay, good tip. All right, we're not going to worry as much about it if we're at 30 to 40 degrees, right? It's much, much more. We don't have to worry about getting them in too fast. Yeah.
Nope, that sounds like good doggy weather.
Yeah, and you're still working on that tunnel to China in your house, the yard?
Yes, they've continued from the old location to the new one.
Yes.
They said, we can finish this.
They're trying to connect the
We're
tunnels.
going to have an expressway from Farmer City to Bahamut at least.
There you go, man. All right, Todd, nice talking to you. Have a great day.
All right, see you guys.
That's Dr. Todd Likens, again, Madison Kirby, veterinarian.
Olive and Riggs are diggers too, and boy, you just got to watch it when you're walking in and you experience a pothole right in the middle of your yard and you didn't expect it. Dang it!
The advantage of 2 8-pound Morkies is there is no digging, and it's like, ooh, I just got mud in my toe.
There you go.
Much easier. All right, Long Branch Steakhouse giving out $50 bills at GoStever.com, GoStever.com. And if you would like to win one of those, just go to that website. Join if you're not in. There's some other things coming. We've been talking about Kelsey Furniture.
Mm-hmm.
And we're now back to offering a Tempur-Pedic bed. $1,000 toward a Tempur-Pedic bed. They start at $3,000. But man, oh man, the response we got from that, then we took about a year off, but now it's coming back. So you might let us know at 217-359-2255 if you have interest in that. We'll note your name and see if we can help you with that if you're interested. But they're phenomenal beds. People rave about sleeping on one. And so if you're having sleeping issues, that's something to keep in mind, because nowhere in the world can you get $1,000 off of a Tempur-Pedic. You might see 500 here and there. Those are all discontinued beds.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's selling those, they're discontinued. So if you want the newest technology, then you'll want to take our offer. It is, again, we had to call Tempur-Pedic and get clearance on this deal. So that's what we've got with that if you're interested. All right, back in just a couple of minutes after the news. Stand by. Hour 2 is next.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
No, that's awesome, Tim. It sounds really good. Gale for X Trucking. If you have some trucking experience and you want to join a team that treats you like family, you got them right here.
Yeah, we've got a spot left, and I've taken a page from Brad Underwood's book there, too. The last couple of days, I've been communicating with a guy in the Philippines. that's an American on active duty in the military, and he's got trucking experience. He's looking for a job when he comes home, so I'm opening that up. We love our veterans, and we've got a lot of veteran drivers, and we're looking to bring him on February 5th when he gets home.
Well, usually you send staff to go recruit him. I'll go to Manila. I'll go talk to him. Just got to pay my flight. Yeah, I'll be back in a month.
Stevie, I can't send you away that long. And actually, this guy from the Philippines found us through his dad in Hillsdale, Indiana, that heard us talking on the show. Dedicated Diesels at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana. They can get us on the phone at 217-328-0562.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Where is she? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's the big question in Arizona, where the worry grows for Nancy Guthrie, believed abducted Saturday night. She's the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, who in a statement says they believe in prayer and goodness.
The Pima County Sheriff Chris Nano says it's what investigators found inside Nancy Guthrie's home that leads them to believe she was abducted, that she was sleeping at the time she was kidnapped and likely harmed.
Fox's Alicia Cunha in Tucson.
Sheriff Nano says Nancy Guthrie's medication, wallet, and phone were found inside the home here on the northeast part of Tucson. Sheriff Nano says the house is a crime scene.
It's day 4 of the partial government shutdown, and it may be the last, trying to approve a Senate funding compromise.
So here's where things stand right now. If Republicans can pass a procedural vote today, they can bring this package of 5 government spending bills to the House floor, where it would be expected to pass even with some Democratic votes. Now, that would then end the shutdown today once it got to President Trump's desk.
Fox's Bill Mallusion at the Capitol. While that funding lasts through September for most of the government, it's only 2 weeks worth for Homeland Security. Democrats, including Congressman Jim McGovern, demand ICE be reformed.
And I refuse to fund such a lawless, out-of-control agency.
After all the anti-ICE demonstrations that got angrier in Minneapolis following 2 deadly shootings, and now the head of Homeland Security says all agents there will wear body cameras. The House has delayed a vote to hold the Clintons in contempt of Congress for not cooperating in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking investigation.
Former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have agreed to sit for a closed-door deposition with the House Oversight Committee. Chairman James Comer says details on the potential agreement are still being worked out, and until then, contempt proceedings against the former first couple are still on the table.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. Russia's gone on the attack again in Ukraine despite U.S. talks to stop the war. The overnight bombardment cut off electricity and heat for some. Ukraine's president says they're terrorizing people in the cold days of winter. America's listening to Fox News.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Iran wants to talk. The country's president directing his foreign minister to pursue fair and equitable negotiations with the U.S.
That's according to his post on X, in which he says the decision comes after requests from regional allies to respond to the proposal by President Trump. It's an about turn for the reformist president, but analysts say he must have received the blessing of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. As part of a build-up of forces, the U.S. sends its aircraft carrier, the USS Abraham Lincoln, to the region. Ayatollah Khamenei warning of a risk of regional war. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Well, in 2 hours, President Trump will hold talks with Colombia's leader Gustavo Petro, after also hinting at military action in that country following the U.S. raid in Venezuela a month ago that captured leader Nicolas Maduro, now jailed in New York on terror and drug charges.
I look forward to seeing him. He's coming in. We're going to be talking about drugs because tremendous amounts of drugs come out of his country.
NASA has sent astronauts who'd been in quarantine since last month, getting ready for a moon mission, back home for now.
Artemis 2 was due to launch this weekend, sending a crew of 4 astronauts to orbit the moon, but following Monday's fueling rehearsal, the space agency decided to hold off for now. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman says fuel leaks were detected during the rehearsal, which was taking place during unusually cold weather in Florida. They will now target a launch window opening March 6th. Artemis 2 will make use of NASA's new crew vehicle, the Orion capsule. The crew is expected to fly lunar orbits and to a distance away from Earth no human has ever reached before. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
Well, now something else delayed. The jobs report, which includes the unemployment rate, won't come out Friday as had been planned, pushed back by that government shutdown. On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed before the opening bell, down a bit for the Dow, up for the NASDAQ. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Libraries, museums, and performance venues across Champaign and Urbana rolling out expanded February programming, including concerts, film screenings, lectures, hands-on workshops. Organizers say the goal to boost winter engagement and provide more accessible cultural opportunities for families. Attendance is expected to rise as venues promote new partnerships. Well, Urbana City Council met to advance 2 major housing measures tied to the Urbana Home Consortium. Council members approved resolutions certifying Habitat for Humanity as a community housing development organization for the 2026 program year and authorized a new funding agreement to support upcoming affordable housing builds. Several Champaign area businesses announcing updated operating hours this week as employers continue adjusting staffing levels and responding to shifting customer demand. Local managers say the changes designed to improve scheduling efficiency and reduce burnout among employees. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. ESPN 93.5. The word comes down. Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, did not receive enough ballots to get into the
2026 Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's
50. It's a 50.
Breaking news with a red banner.
50-person selection committee ultimately votes all Hall of Fame inductees. It has. If you don't put Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft in, both New England, one owner.
I was going to say.
Yeah. No, it's.
I was going to say. Yeah, they're both out. Or not in.
Donald Trump's never going to get the Nobel Peace Prize, no matter what.
Right.
It just won't happen because they just don't like him. And if you don't like Robert Kraft or Bill Belichick, they're not getting the Hall of Fame. I don't get Bill Belichick as a schmoozer.
Right.
He's the most boring person. I don't know. Yeah. He just didn't say anything.
Right.
He didn't have to.
But that girlfriend has stuff to say.
Boy, that's that thing. Bill Belichick's 25-year-old girlfriend. That thing is sad to me. He's 73 or something, and it's like, oh gosh, hanging on the sidelines in North Carolina.
Right.
She's their age.
I know.
It's just awkward, and she's vocal, and she sat in on an interview. Said, "We're not talking about that."
Right.
She'd interrupt.
Jordan Hudson is her name.
Gosh, I don't know. Feel bad for Bill Belichick. Anyway, I think it diminishes the selection committee process when you don't put 2 people. No matter what, did they earn it? Did they not? I kind of felt that about Pete Rose. Was he the greatest hitter we ever had? Yes. Did he mess up with gambling? Yes.
Yes.
Should he get in? Absolutely. Too bad it's posthumously.
Yeah.
So he can't enjoy it. But was he kind of a rough? Yeah, very rough.
Mm-hmm.
Happened to meet Pete Rose once. I'm going, okay, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But he also talked to fascinating Pete Rose. Remember Pete Rose, Solier?
Yeah. Cub killer.
He was told the story when he was at a Mike Namath thing.
Yeah.
And I was one of the MCs.
Mm-hmm.
And he told the story that he was starting out in baseball. And you know how they are, Charlie Hustle. He'd run around the bases and dive head first. And he sprinted every time he hit a ground ball. He sprinted it. I mean, he was unbelievable. The guy just, Charlie Hustle. Well, apparently early in his career, he hit a ground ball.
Yeah.
And just barely ran.
So that's where it came from.
Well, he just kind of jogged and gave up.
Yeah.
So he goes out to his car after everybody's left the stadium. His dad, in his impeccable suit, had his foot on his bumper. And he said, "What happened on that last ground ball?"
Yeah.
Pete said, "Well, sir, I think he called him sir. I was out. I was bummed I didn't hit it hard." He said, father looked at him and said, "Don't you ever embarrass me in my town again."
Oh.
And from that moment on, he was Charlie Hustle. He ran him, and even in spite of his dad.
I'd never heard that story.
No, I hadn't early either. I just remember that vividly.
I do too.
And some
when
of the
he
things
was telling that story.
Pete had mentioned to me before, I wouldn't dare mention again. He was kind of a rough fella. But was he the greatest hitter? Do you like him? Doesn't matter. He was the greatest hitter baseball ever had. Most hits ever. He played a long time. But my gosh, unbelievable.
Probably a little longer, if I remember, than he should have, but...
It's always hard to know the time. You need to step away from the microphone, so to speak, and I don't know that time either. But it'll come.
We have a truce, though. We're all going to tell each other when we're starting to slip.
That's right.
But Pete passed away at the age of 83 back in 2024.
Yeah, he was really fascinating to hear from at that night we were together.
Yep.
But anyway, he... and what he told me wasn't that bad. He just said, "Don't ask me about my first girlfriend." All right, I won't. It's just, okay. It's just I didn't want to ask him about his first girlfriend. But just the story about his dad. Why don't you ever embarrass me in my town again?
Right.
All right, meteorologist Greg Sawyer is brought to you this morning by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you their job fair is coming up. Now that we're in February, they're lining up things for the summer. Lifeguard, maybe a camp counselor, and getting the kids signed up for summer camps. UrbanaParks.org.
I'm going to put an official Tommy DeVito, maybe an M in the corner of your radio. He may get in that game. The former Illini quarterback backs up Drake May for New England. And
really?
Drake's working on kind of a bad shoulder, and he's sick.
Yeah.
I'm positive Drake May will start. I don't. So there's just that there would be no chance if Drake May's going to go on. But with all this going on, there might be a Tommy DeVito alert.
There might be.
Former Illinois
whether there's a huge lead for New England or they're getting blown out, right?
Yeah, it could be that way.
Either way.
Or it could be the guy's shoulder tightens up and can't throw. So
He's 23.
Tommy?
No, Drake May. Probably Tommy too.
Tommy's got to be a little older. He came in late.
Okay.
I mean, I guess he's 25 or 6 by now. But yeah, I'm not very interested. Witherspoon, defensive back for Seattle. Obviously, we care about him. He's a big star for Illinois. And I think there's one more maybe in there.
Tommy's 27.
I think it's going to be Seattle, and we're done at maybe halftime or the start of the third quarter. So I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's a game. I hope it's competitive. So
it is certainly the first time there has not been superstar power at the quarterback position for a long time. There's a Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. I mean, there's all these huge names. Drake May and
Yeah, but that Sam Darnold story's got a story because look what happened in Minnesota with the whole GM thing. Quarterback position.
They should have signed him, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hindsight, as they say.
Yeah. All right, 8:12. Meteorologist Greg Sawyer. What say you?
Well, 27 degrees, feeling much comfortable, far more comfortable. Yeah, not bad out there, all things considered. A few light snow flurries skedaddling over parts of eastern and Champaign County right now. A couple of snow showers up into southern Iroquois and exiting out of Vermilion County towards the other Vermilion County on the Indiana side. And that's it. Little coating to short inch has been reported up over the north end of the state and over the areas of southeast Indiana. And that's it for the really weather going on. These little trowels coming on through next week. We get a pattern shift going, maybe at least into thaw-free cycles, and we'll begin to bring down some of the snow cover, kind of sloppiness on the sides of the roads, and maybe longer lines at the vehicle wash as well going forward into next week. But until then, a little more winter time to go here. Still lots of winter time to go in the tank. 27, as mentioned, later on this afternoon, we'll top out across the area at about 29, so not much of a real climb at all, with clouds and a couple of snow flurries and a snow shower this morning in spots, moving out over the next couple of hours, and some midday and afternoon sun grows upon us. Clouds roll back in, colder tonight at 11, partly sunny tomorrow at 26, but lighter north-northeasterly winds will bottom out in the single digits for tomorrow night with a virtually calm wind settling on in, so none of these drastic wind chills. 29 to 30 with a couple of snow showers or flurries late in the day Thursday into Friday, windy, mostly cloudy, and well into the mid-30s around here, but we turn colder for the weekend. 27 Saturday, around 30 on Sunday, into the lower 30s Monday, mid and upper 30s Tuesday, and a crack at 40 degrees maybe in some spots later portion of next week. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Fisher National Bank is so invested in our community, and boy, do they step up and volunteer. When it comes to some of their co-workers, 700 hours of community service offered last year alone, they know that they're friends and neighbors who take a vested interest in the communities they serve. By investing in the people they serve, Fisher National Bank shares in the success of a stronger community. You can learn more about how it's better banking, not just about money. It's about people. As you go to a Fisher National Bank branch near you or visit FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Well, we mentioned that Keaton Wagler turns 19 today, and he's been unbelievable for the Fighting Illini, getting national attention, getting Player of the Year mentions, all these things. I mean, he's been the freshman of the week 5 times now in the Big Ten this year, and now he's getting mentioned as National Player of the Year, Big Ten Player of the Year. I mean, it's and rightly so. Brad's deflecting, and so is Keegan. He has 9 more games, plus the tournament.
Yeah,
and then the tournament.
That's right.
There's so much left, and I think it's kind of a shame that basketball is measured on the NCAA tournament. And Dan Bernstein, who's a pretty prominent sports guy in Chicago, was talking about he still doesn't trust Brad Underwood's in-game coaching. You know, he just does. If it was a best of 7 Illinois, it'd be hard to win. But that one game, I'm going, okay. So Brad's won the most Big Ten games over the last 7 years in the Big Ten. He's passed Matt Painter. What does he have to do? You have to go win in the tournament. We got to the Sweet 16, then the Elite 8, and we lost to Connecticut. We didn't play UConn. We're going to the Final Four. It's really hard to win a game. It used to be, we got the 14. We're going to cream it. It's just gotten harder and harder to win a game. Even the 16s are stupid good. They just got 3-point shooters, and they're quick, and they're disciplined. And if you have a really low seed, somebody a 1, 2, 3, you will be expected to go to the at least Sweet 16. But everything is measured. Now it's going to be, well, this team is so good, can we advance like we should? I mean, the Sweet 16 is going to come down to a free throw. That's just what it is. Yeah. But Illinois has a lot of attributes, but it's just kind of a shame. Bobby Knight, I would agree with Bobby Knight on this, the late Bobby Knight, when he said, there's value in winning the Big Ten championship. But it got to be where, okay, great. What do you do in the tournament? Mm-hmm. It's just gotten too big to where that's the only measuring stick. You could go win the Big Ten tournament, win 25 in a row, and lose in the second game, and and there'll be somebody who says fire Brad Underwood. There'll be somebody out there that would say that. No, there are fanatics that just know he never takes the potential. He just should have won 4 titles by now. It's crazy. It always gets elevated to ridiculous proportions. You want your team to do well, and you want to have expectations they're going to do well. But this is a good ride. We have a very good team, but there's not a nickel's difference between the Michigan, Duke, Connecticut, Arizona undefeated. You go in a game with those kind of guys, hopefully we wouldn't see those guys till like the Elite 8. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be coin flip, best case. It's not like, we should beat them. It's not like that. It used to be, you should beat them at least 2 games. You get out of the first round, you're in the Sweet 16, pretty darn good, okay. I mean, we beat Iowa State when Terrence Shannon stole the ball and slammed it toward the end. It was still a very good game. Mm-hmm. And then we went and played UConn. Unfortunate to meet the eventual national champion in the Elite 8. It was just a matchup thing, and they won, and that was our last good run.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see what happens, but my goodness, what did Brad give the team and the coaching staff and Brad Underwood the credit for? Think about that. Illinois never won this many Big Ten games in 7 years, ever. Yeah. And now he's number 1 in the Big Ten. Big Ten, now, overall wins, that's good, but the Big Ten, every night, you're not sure you're going to get out of the thing. It's just, it's unbelievable.
Well, now we flip-flop with Nebraska as far as our placement goes. We're number 5. Nebraska now at number 9. Michigan at number 2. You mentioned UConn. They're 3. On top is Arizona and Duke at number 4. We also have Michigan State, who's bumped down to 10, and Purdue is still at 12.
Well, and again, all good teams. And Tyler Underwood, Brad's son, who I had told the family 4 years ago, I think Tyler's going to be a very good coach, and he's got the best offense in America. I mean, we are zipping it around like the 04-05 guys, hitting Luther in the corner who's got nobody around him for 6 feet. That's what we're doing. Then we actually have length. We're big. Illinois has never been a team that's known to be big. Yeah. Our great runs, our great teams never were big. We're huge. I think the biggest team in America. All right, here's Greg Solier, 819.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity, relatively quiet spell of weather ahead. Just a couple of weak weather systems on the move, of which is doing just that this morning. Touch of light snow shower, flurry activity in spots. Coating in a few locales as well. Later on into the day, partly sunny skies for the midday and afternoon. Highs to about 29 with a gentle northwest to north wind. Will about colder tonight, considerable cloudiness, and down around 11. Tomorrow, partly sunny, tad colder at 26 with a northeasterly wind remaining light at 6 to 12 miles per hour. Into the single digits for tomorrow night, but we'll recover up to about 30 for the day on Thursday. Mostly cloudy again, some light snow floor activity possible late in the day. That'll linger into spots for the day Friday. Windy, not as cold, high to about 36. Back to colder weather though for the weekend. Sunshine, 27 on Saturday, but we'll bounce to 30 on Sunday. Overnight readings in the teens. High temperatures into the lower 30s for next Monday and mid to upper 30s next Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll keep you posted right here for Stevie J Broadcasting. I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Walt Disney has selected a new CEO who will take over from Robert Iger on March 18th. Josh D'Amaro is the head of Disney's Experiences Unit, which includes theme parks, consumer products, cruise ships, and video games. That unit is the biggest source of Disney's profits. D'Amaro is 52. He's a company veteran and has been with Disney for 28 years. Walt Disney shares are up 1%. PepsiCo shares are narrowly lower after reporting a higher profit and revenue in the recent quarter. The parent company of Pepsi Beverages, Gatorade, Doritos, and Fritos is planning to cut prices for its snacks by 15%, responding to customer demand. And PayPal has named a new CEO, Enrique Lores, who has been running PC maker HP. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
I'm Charles Payne. Listen to my Unstoppable Prosperity podcast so I can get you making money right now. 35 years on Wall Street taught me how to successfully invest in the stock market. In my 4-part series, I'm going to teach you too. Some of Fox Business's finest join me to help tell my story, impart crucial lessons from my Unstoppable Prosperity book, and to give you the tools to achieve your own financial dreams.
Listen anytime, everywhere at foxbusinesspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less. When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jesse with Lands Drain Cleaning. Do you have your sewer line cleaned every year? Are you constantly getting roots or blockages? Why deal with that headache year after year? Call Lands Drain Cleaning today at 217-355-5512 to have our expert staff come out, clean your line. We give you a free camera inspection, show you what's wrong, where it's at, and then we can offer you a repair for that problem so you don't have to deal with it again. Lands Drain Cleaning. Why call anyone else? Yeah.
I'm Stevie J. We welcome St. Geogden FFA members about their dinner auction coming up February 7. Morgan Holes is the vice president. Leah Pruitt is a reporter. Delaney Nicolni is the president. And Henry McCannon, media relations. Let's start with the president, Delaney. So tell me about this wonderful night and why are you in FFA?
We have our auction. It is our
biggest fundraiser the entire year. It's actually our only fundraiser, so that's why it's super important. And I'm an FFA not only because my mom is the advisor, but I've realized that it has so many wonderful opportunities I could take. It's shown me all my different career paths, from doing ag business to working in food science. Like ag has so much of a big range, and I've really approached that through FFA.
Morgan Holes, why are you in FFA?
I'm an FFA mostly for the leadership portion of it. I learned so many leadership skills through FFA and through all the activities I get to participate in, and it helps me prepare for my career goals. So it just teaches you so many different things in all aspects of the ag industry, and there's just so many different sectors of that. So it just really helps you prepare for your future.
Leah, talk to me. You're a reporter in media relations, Leah Pruitt. So why are you involved?
I'm an FFA because we get so many opportunities throughout FFA, not only just scholarships, but meeting so many different people from different areas of the United States and in our state. So it's just a big opportunity to not only meet new people, but just to grow your leadership and figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life in ag.
Leah, I know your big brother Cole has been in the studio before, and oftentimes we've talked about that big convention in Indianapolis. Have you had a good time there before?
Yeah, we just went a couple weeks ago, and we all had a great time.
It's awesome.
And we met so many new people. It was a great time.
And Henry McCannon, who's in media relations, a committee member here as well from St. Joe Ogden FFA. What's the draw for you, Henry?
Well, a lot of the main points have already been said, but I will say that I'm in FFA not only because of the people, the experiences, but just the organization as a whole has so much to provide for people throughout the United States and maybe even other countries if they have FFA. And it's really just providing so many amazing experiences.
You guys sound great on the radio. You're really comfortable. Delaney, let me get back to you. It used to be Future Farmers of America, but it's not the same. It's just FFA. It doesn't stand for anything?
So FFA, the actual acronym, is still Future Farmers of America, but as a whole, it's technically the National FFA organization.
Okay.
They did that because ag isn't just farming anymore. That back when it was created, it was simply just farming, but now it is so much more. It's working in businesses, selling items, marketing things. Like, it is not just farmers, hence why the acronym FFA is still used because it's so popular,
Sure.
but we are the National FFA organization.
And Morgan, do you live on a farm? Does anybody live on a farm?
Yeah, I do actually. I grew up on a corn and soybean farm. And
You have any animals?
I do. I show cattle.
Okay. Does everybody kind of do that? Involve 4-H, stuff like that? I mean,
Not everyone.
because
no.
you're all pretty together, but if you raise cattle,
Yeah, so
you don't just get that in a little car. You have to get a massive truck and stuff.
Yeah, you do.
A kind of a trailer to all of that. And do these cows, they got personalities? Do cows have personalities?
They definitely do.
Do they
all
recognize
have their own
you?
little
Do they know you?
They do. They love when I come to feed them.
Well, that probably makes some sense. That's fun. And then, Leah, why, again, this connection? This is a foundation you all share. I can see it and feel it, of responsible, just good kids, go to school, get good grades, all that. Am I right?
Yes, yep. Most of us are all good, and we all are a family in our chapter. We all know each other. We've all grown up with each other. It's all been a great experience, and we really recommend joining our chapter because we're all just family.
Good
we all get
kids.
to know each
Really
other.
good.
It's a big community at SJO, and this event on February 7th is huge. I've been before. The dinner is awesome. You guys don't even charge, and people just show up. So
It's a meal.
It's a meal.
And I don't pay?
And the auction is fantastic.
But I can eat for free?
Pretty much.
Don't you have to pay to come?
You do not.
No.
Well, let's tell everybody this.
I know. But when you come in, you're winding through probably hundreds of auction items.
There's a lot there, silent and live. Henry, is it a silent auction? Is it a live auction? That kind of stuff?
Yeah, so both the silent and live auction are amazing events that I highly recommend everybody attends. There's something for everybody. We have so many different items each year. It's brand new experience every single year, and that is exactly why our community members keep showing up every single year.
That's awesome. Delaney, what kind of items? Anything to spotlight?
So on our live auction currently, we're going to have these beautiful stained glass windows. An FFA member in our community, her grandma hand makes these, and we've already gotten some pictures, and they're going to be pretty good this year.
awesome.
We have 25 pounds of beef. We have gift cards ranging from $100 to Dutch Valley Meats to a 1-hour massage from Aaron Warren's. We also have various bags of corn seed and some miscellaneous items like a toy tractor set and a Spartan blanket.
So tons of fun. And so we want people to come to the SJO FFA dinner auction on February 7. Morgan, do you know how we can get information? You have a website or something we can go to?
Yeah, so we do. You can follow us on Facebook at St. Joseph Ogden FFA, and you can look at all of our items on there. We'll be posting them as the time comes up. So we'll have lots of things so you can kind of scope out what you want before you get there.
Leah, what year are you in school?
I'm a sophomore.
And then what? You're just going to keep going to the FFA?
Yep, I'm gonna keep-
What, do you have any idea what you want to do after this? After high school?
I want to somewhat minor in ag and keep with my family in farming and try to stay with my family when they farm and my grandma's farm, just keep that going.
Yeah, it's awesome. And Henry, people need to find out about this and support you guys. If they can't come, they can still write a check, right?
Yes, absolutely. If you are looking to do that, if you own a business, feel free to get in contact with us and we can help work that situation out. We can look how much money you want to donate, or if you want to donate gift baskets, feel free to. Just feel free to reach out to our website. And
Delaney, we're 4 for 4. You're all 4 great kids. Your parents and family should be very proud of Delaney Nicolny, Henry McCannon, Leah Pruitt, and Morgan Holes. St. Joe Ogden FFA dinner auction, February 7. Be there. Support these kids. They're doing a great job. Here we are on ESPN 93.5. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Tell me a bad kid that lived on a farm.
I'm telling you.
They just had to show sheep, and they had to clean the barn, and they had to... I'm telling you, there's more values in that than we've ever appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
The actual hard work, get it up. It's your job, your responsibility. You didn't do that. You need to mow the lawn today. Well, I need to mow the lawn today.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff?
The convention in Indianapolis is coming up in a few weeks. It's kind of FFA month. So congratulations to those SJO kids.
Hey, future leaders right there. Glad we could get them on. All right, 8:30 ESPN 93.5. We're going to check your news, weather, sports, all coming in our final half hour. 8:30 in Champaign-Urbana.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. From darts to deals, President Trump meets a narco nation's president whose tune has changed since the U.S. raid on Venezuela.
We will see Colombia's president, Gustavo Petro, here at the White House. It is a major reversal in this relationship, given that the two leaders have spent the last year throwing insults at one another. The Trump administration had even sanctioned Petro. But now things started to change when President Trump spoke with Petro on the phone about a month ago.
Fox's Rich Edson. The president also believes the deal is close to reopen the government, with the House Speaker holding a test vote this morning. Near the border in Tucson, the Pima County Sheriff suspects 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was abducted from her home Saturday in the night, and she needs heart medicine daily to survive. Her daughter, Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, asking everyone for prayers to bring her home. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, Urbana City Council met to advance 2 major housing measures tied to the Urbana Home Consortium. Council members approved resolutions certifying Habitat for Humanity as a community housing development organization for the 2026 program year and authorized a new funding agreement to support upcoming affordable housing builds. Several Champaign area businesses announcing updated operating hours this week as employers continue adjusting staffing levels and responding to shifting customer demand. Local managers say the changes designed to improve scheduling efficiency and reduce burnout among employees. Libraries, museums, and performance venues across Champaign-Urbana rolling out expanded February programming, including concerts, film screenings, lectures, hands-on workshops. Organizers say the goal to boost winter engagement and provide more accessible cultural opportunities for families. Attendance is expected to rise as venues promote new partnerships. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
8:33 ESPN 93.5. We were just talking about the St. Joe Ogden auction.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And Keaton Wagler has signed some things, and I'm telling you, it's 19th birthday today. Chad was just saying, I can't believe he's only 19.
Yeah.
But Jed Swisher with Campus Inc. has put together a T-shirt that Keaton Wagler has signed, and there's all these different places where he hit the three.
During Purdue game.
Yeah.
So the thing about Purdue, it was historic. Nobody had ever scored that many in Mackey Arena as a visitor. 120 years. So you're going to know Keaton Wagler for 1 year at Illinois, That's a one of a kind there.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
right.
big item. That should draw.
Really cool shirt to bid on. It's
Yeah.
coming up Saturday the 7th. Dinner and stuff after 5. Should be a great time.
All right, here's meteorologist Greg Sollier.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Next in a string of these very weak and fast-moving systems, generating a couple of spells of snow shower and flood activity around this morning. Perhaps a few localized slick spots, even a minor coating in some locales. In any event, a partly sunny midday and afternoon will top out around 29 with gentle winds. Overnight readings will be colder tonight with considerable cloudiness too, down to around 11. For the day tomorrow, light north-northeasterly winds continue on, partly sunny skies. Temps a bit colder at around 26, and we'll level off into the single digits for tomorrow night. A cold start to Thursday, mostly cloudy, but will moderate to around 30 in the afternoon. Again, a touch of light snow and flurry activity around late in the day, into the night. Those could linger in spots into the day. Friday, windy, not as cold at 36 degrees. Back to colder weather for the weekend, particularly Saturday, 27 with sunshine, up near 30 on Sunday. Signs of a milder spell of weather expected into next week, 32 on Monday, Tuesday high, and next Wednesday into the middle and upper 30s as well. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Sollier.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
All right, 25 before 9, ESPN 93.5. It's nice to know the Fighting Illini on the top 5 now, jumping from 9 to 5. And in today's, according to our 217 texter on the Fisher National Bank text line, today's bracketology has the hottest team in America is the University of Illinois. Hottest basketball team is the U of I. So there's that. I had given you a Tommy DeVito alert because Drake May's somewhat banged up. Apparently, there's some guy named Josh Dobbs.
Yes.
Who's ahead of Tommy?
That's right.
But they have 3 quarterbacks?
They do.
Usually you have 2 quarterbacks.
For the New England Patriots.
All right, whatever. He's on the squad. Maybe he gets in.
And my sister Linda lives in Seattle, so I guess I'm going Seahawks on Sunday. I saw a special on the Super Bowl commercials and some of our favorites. And one of the top 3 I know was the spotlight on the Budweiser Clydesdales, because believe it or not, they're coming up on 50 years of Clydesdales commercials during the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And I guess that makes sense.
Well, it's been around, but the most effective ones are usually have children or dogs.
Uh-huh.
And those are the moments. And then you have your, wacky ones you won't know what it's for, but it's really interesting. And that, it just takes the I'm going to get a sandwich away from the commercial.
I know it.
In this particular week and the game, I want to see the commercials.
I know it.
I mean, as far as Seahawks and Patriots, I want to check the I don't care.
Remember when the .coms were coming out and we were always like, what's that?
Yeah.
And we had no idea a lot of these, who the client was that they're promoting.
Yeah, which seems to defeat the purpose. I have not heard a number.
I think it's 80 million.
No, I'm talking each commercial.
On how much a commercial?
No, it's not 80. It might be 7. Usually they're 3, 4, or 5. And it's been, I think last year was $4.5 million for 30 seconds. But it adds up to a whole bunch of money. And you'll see some clients do 2 or 3 of the darn things. I don't think Jimmy John's...
Okay, you're right. It's 10 million.
You're kidding.
It's a record high.
10 million.
And I think the 80 stuck in my head because somebody's promoting something and it's extra long or something. I don't know. Crazy.
Well, I can't believe 10.
30-second commercial.
I can't believe 10. I thought last year was 5 or 6, so that's amazing.
Averaging roughly 8 million with premium spots reaching a record high of 10 million.
Wow. Okay, and again, normally that's right around you're taking a real flyer on the fourth quarter because if it's a bad game, you lost them. Yeah, I'd do the first one. I'd do the first commercial out of the first break. And then, I mean, this year I wouldn't touch the halftime. I just don't think they're going to. Now, again, they go back retroactively and say, okay, this is what our numbers show. This is what you owe. And if it goes through the roof, they pay through the roof. If they don't, they don't. There might be a cap so somebody doesn't get absolutely creamed on something. But I think it goes lower if they don't watch. So,
but they're expecting 100 million viewers.
Yeah, every year it's about the same. I think all devices, because I think it's getting harder to track your phone, your iPad, all the ways you watch on your laptop, on your desktop, all the ways to watch the Super Bowl. Who has it? Fox or CBS?
NBC.
NBC. They had it recently. Who's doing the game?
Let me make sure
who's doing, is
on that. I thought I saw NBC.
I don't know who's got play-by-play on duties on that one, but. Anyway, here's I wanted to play this Joe Rogan.
Okay.
I think he's the number one podcaster, and he's very good, obviously. Here he is talking about the value of church. That would not be Joe Rogan.
Sounds like Billy Joel.
It was. Here's Joe Rogan talking about the value of church.
One of the things that I always try to point out to people, they go, why do you go to church? Like, because when I was younger, I was very cynical about religion, and then I've got older. One of the things that I always say is, if there was a pill that could make you as nice as the people that I go to church with, everybody would be on it.
Yeah.
They are the nicest people you will ever encounter. When we leave the church
nice or are they
parking lot,
kind?
They're kind.
Yeah, they're kind.
Kind and nice. They're all the above. If you get just to the teachings of Christ, I can't find any faults in it. Like, it's all about being kind. It's all about this idea that we're all in this together and that you're supposed to lift each other up and look after each other. There's no faults in it. It's not like you have to kill the non-believers. It's not like you get to rape and pillage for the non-believers and the infidels must die. There's none of that. It's definitely a better framework for living your life. And there's a lot of people that just reject that think of themselves as intelligent. You know, they think of themselves as intelligent and well-read and educated, and
Too
they just
smart.
think it's
Too smart, and I've got this, and I know what I'm doing. I'm much, much more equipped to make my own decisions versus God. And also, of course, the number one tenet, as my father used to say, is forgiveness. There's no other major religion in the world that the number one thing you should do is forgive. And so, also the fact that you don't have to earn this. It's by the grace of Jesus Christ that you are forgiven. You just have to claim that Jesus is the Son of God. And then the Ten Commandments, and go back to the Old Testament and the trying to come up with the way you live your life where you are helping and you're a net positive in your life that is a blink and then you're done. So it's... A friend of mine once said you get about 700,000 hours. What are you doing with them? And that's true. And it's never too late to make a great impact. I mean, there isn't. I mean, the Dilbert guy, Scott Adams, accepted Christ essentially on his deathbed. And he reasoned more. I don't know how that works when you just, what do I have to lose versus feeling the grace. And you're saying, well, that's not fair. He goes, no. The criminal on the cross.
Yep, right next to Jesus, and Jesus saying, "I will see you in heaven."
He said, you don't deserve this. Please remember me.
Right.
And so there's a pastor, and he's kind of Irish, and I should play that sometime, talking about what that was like when the criminal showed up. Why are you here? Do you know anything about this? And he says, no, I know nothing. Well, why are you here? And ultimately he says, because he said I could come.
Yeah.
And so it's just, that's the incredible. And you say, well, your deathbed, what they didn't do is feel the peace their whole life. That's sad. Because you say, well, that's not fair. He got hit by a bus and he was on his diet. Okay, I accept Christ. You missed out on a life of fulfillment and value and what you really, really, really should enjoy every single day that you don't. And it's there. It's just, it's hard. It doesn't mean you're living a life on easy street, but it is a life that you just don't spin on the hamster wheel as much as a normal hamster. It's just a life of much more peace. So it's good to know Joe Rogan goes to church, and it's kind of ironic. He goes to church, all these nice people, and then I had to edit it.
Right.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
But no, he's an effective, powerful communicator, no doubt. All right, 8:43, Illinois tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Northwestern. We're giving out tickets.
Yes. If you want to text in Illini, 217-359-2255, an opportunity to win from Jet's Pizza with 2 locations in Champaign and Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shop. Stop by for a treat soon. And the women are in action out in Oregon at 8 o'clock tomorrow night also. We're spotlighting also on February 8th, Sunday at noon, when our women take on USC, and it's Women in Sports Day and Play for K Day and wear pink and things like that. So they want to try to get that sold out at the State Farm
It would
Center.
be lovely to have a massive crowd there for Shauna Green's team.
That's not screaming 8-year-olds with 6-7 coming up.
I don't know. I would take the screaming 8, 9-year-olds. That's a formidable place to play when those kids show up.
It's on field trip day.
Like the noise level of a jet. It's unbelievable. The fact that Shauna told us she takes a bear aspirin before preemptively. I can't do it. It's just that high pitch is something about the high pitch.
That's right.
But they're amazing kids when they go to that field trip.
So keep that in mind. Supporting Shauna Green and the team on Sunday at noon.
All right. Again, Super Bowl probably like 5:37. I don't know anybody that's doing. I don't recognize anybody doing the national anthem.
I do. It's Charlie Puth. And if you heard a couple of the songs from
Is it
Charlie.
country?
No, he's a pop guy. Brandy Carlisle and Coco Jones also performing musical segments. Green Day is the opening ceremony kind of thing. And, of course,
What's
Bad
Green Day?
Bunny.
Hey there, you're a rock star? No, that's Smashing Pumpkins.
No, that's not
It's not
Smashing
saying-
Pumpkins.
okay, I don't know. Don't go there.
Which one? It's Smash Mouth, I think. did
Smash
that one.
Mouth. Okay, I got you. But there's a Smashing Pumpkins, right? No.
There is, and they're from Chicago.
No
I've met
idea.
Billy Corgan and them.
This is like me talking about something I know
Green
nothing.
Day has that. Every day, when did you? I know.
Sounds like you were doing high now.
About
They're
you
like rocks.
now.
Okay, I recognize Green Day.
Okay.
And they're doing what?
They're the pregame show.
Are they the background or maybe even the backup in case Bad Bunny doesn't want to come?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure Bad Bunny
Checking.
is going to be part of the halftime show and all of that. So.
Well, he's firmly anti-Trump, firmly anti-ICE. Talk about somebody who's been depicted in such a inaccurate way. Oh, okay. We've talked about that quite a bit.
And you mentioned the alternative country show with Brantley Gilbert and Lee Bryce and Kid Rock
yeah.
putting it together all the details.
No, I'm anxious to see because it's not like let's just do this, kids. There's got to be production, right? You're going to have some bells and whistles. If you're going to do that, somebody's got to fund that because you just don't throw that together. It's got to be respectable because the show at the NFL is just nuts. The production value and how many people on the field are jumping up and down. And I hope he didn't come out in a dress. Why would you? Why?
I just
come out and sing. Don't make millions of little kids ask why. Why would you do that to us? It just makes no sense to stir the pot like that.
He on Sunday won Grammy for Album of the Year, so he's riding high right now, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 8:47. We can check Greg's weather one more time. Here's what somebody recently said at Pards in Urbana. I was there just a few minutes, and somebody came up and asked if I needed help. And they were incredible, helped me find the size of boot I needed, and then I bought a second pair too. Everything was friendly, everything was excellent. Visit Pards in Urbana, 206 North Maple, between Main and University in Urbana. It's Pards Western Shop since 1968. Or go online and visit pards.com, pards.com.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Football season has kicked in, and you can bet like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Jay Lehman here, former U of I All-American linebacker. Do you like steak? Do you like red meat? Well, if you do, you got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse. They had phenomenal steaks, sides, salads. I love the onion rings and the fried mushrooms as well as the fried pickles. You've got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. That's right, make the trip to Gifford for some of the best steaks you'll have. Kids love it too. I brought my whole family. I'll see you at Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford.
Yep, and I'll give you a $50 head start if you want to go to GoStever.com. GoStever.com, and you can get $50 for the offer today. You have about, I give people a little longer than 7 days because they're open Wednesday through Saturday night, 5 to 9. And if you want to, I would think Valentine's Day is going to be pretty crowded.
Yeah.
That's okay. Get there at 5 if you want. Anyway, it's great steak. You'll love it. And I'm giving out $50. If you are interested, GoStever.com. You have to be a member. You can join and enter. If you'd like to do that, 10 before 9 o'clock. Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Next in a string of these very weak and fast-moving systems, generating a couple of spells of snow shower and flare activity around this morning. Perhaps a few localized slick spots, even a minor coating in some locales. In any event, a partly sunny midday and afternoon will top out around 29 with gentle winds. Overnight readings will be colder tonight with considerable cloudiness too, down to around 11. For the day tomorrow, light north-northeasterly winds continue on, partly sunny skies. Temps a bit colder at around 26, and will level off into the single digits for tomorrow night. A cold start to Thursday, mostly cloudy, but will moderate to around 30 in the afternoon. Again, a touch of light snow and flare activity around late in the day into the night. Those could linger in spots into the day Friday. Windy, not as cold at 36 degrees. Back to colder weather for the weekend, particularly Saturday, 27 with sunshine, up near 30 on Sunday. Signs of a milder spell of weather expected into next week, 32 on Monday, Tuesday high, and next Wednesday into the middle and upper 30s as well. First TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Yeah, the government is shut. 78% of the government is shut down. This whole Savannah Guthrie, her mom Nancy, oh my God.
84 years old and they can't find her.
Well, apparently she was taken, like kidnapped or something. But it was a crime scene. She wandered off. She's fine mentally. She's fine. She can't walk very far. And she has medicine that she can't go without it for a day. It could be fatal. And the medicine was still in her home. But Samantha Guthrie's the morning host on NBC's Today. I think so.
Sounds right.
Anyway, she's very recognizable. You know Savannah Guthrie.
Uh-huh.
So Nancy Guthrie in Tucson, Arizona. Savannah came out and asked for prayer. They were a very faithful family. But it just can't be very good for an 84-year-old. Why in the world? Do you know what happens to you when you do things like that? It's bad. It's very, very bad for your post-life, your soul. Oh, my gosh. You better hope you don't go to prison. They pound you if it's old people and children.
Right.
So it's just sickening. I'm just sick that somebody would do harm to an 84-year-old living alone that was dropped off by family at 9:30 or 9:45 and did not go to church the next day. They called the family, said, she's always here. Where is she? And then they found her gone from her home. So my prayers are with that family and hope somehow. I mean, if you're kind of a fragile older age person, that's not good.
Right.
You don't even say, well, they twisted her. No, we're talking mental, and the stress on an older woman or person would be horrific. So anyway, it's a bad story out of Tucson, Arizona, and search continues on figuring it out. But there's And I don't even want to think about why it's a crime scene. I don't want to know. It must be so obvious. She was in bed. 84-year-old woman in bed, and you take her? Oh, my gosh.
Right.
All right. We'll be back, God willing, tomorrow. Ed Martin's on tomorrow.
Yes, it's true.
Ed Martin. You can look up stories about Ed Martin getting some CNN press this morning.
Okay.
About being pretty much leaving the Justice Department. And he just said, don't believe all the fake news.
Okay.
So we'll get the story tomorrow from Ed about what's happening. You know, he had essentially really 5 jobs the president gave him. I think it's very possible he's narrowing that scope down. That should be too much to do. For sure, with Donald Trump calling you at 3 a.m., the guy's up all night. I don't get it. I don't know how Donald Trump does his schedule. I don't know any human that could do that schedule. Anyway, Ed Martin tomorrow with Brother Johnny at 7:30. Don't miss that, because we'll probably break some news, get some real stuff from the guy who doesn't really do interviews except with us. I have not seen Ed anywhere.
You're right.
Ed Martin is kind of hanging home except for this show. In America and the world.
It's true.
This show, downtown Philo, Illinois. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Get ready for that Northwestern game tomorrow night at 8. Giving out tickets at 217-359-2255. Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza. Just give us a call on that, or text rather, at Illini is all we need.
Hear the show anytime, StevieJay.com.
Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. We'll meet back on the radio tomorrow, and have a great Tuesday.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes. Everybody knows the best time to buy a big TV is just before the big game. Sony, LG, and Samsung are all on sale, but if you need more reasons, 1. The NFL playoffs up to the big game will be fast and furious. New sets handle motion better than ever. 2. Have you seen the Illini play basketball? Coach Underwood's squad is playing some of the best round ball since the Flying Illini, leading us to number 3. In March, you'll have the NCAA tournament. Illinois could go deep. Can you read the names on their jerseys? Even Stojakovic? Number 4, also in March, opening day for MLB. The brighter mini-LED TVs are perfect for those daytime games. 5, PGA tournaments are already underway. Does your TV display perfect green? Oh, and number 6, the Winter Olympics. Figure skating looks fantastic on an OLED TV. Fine print, the deals are good through February 8th, so get to Good Vibes or gvibes.com and click Big Deals and see all the action like you're in the stadium.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC, MSTC, and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Sarah Champagne managing partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
There is one name you need to know in car repair in the Central Illinois area, and that's John Marshall. John is the owner of PDR Automotive in Urbana and makes it his mission to know that your car will start when you come to pick it up. John strives for a repair in the most efficient time possible and is the right person to take care of your car. From tires to engine to electrical to the simple oil change. Trust in John at PDR. 1008 North Cunningham in Urbana. John's team will take care of you like family.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
When sewer or septic trouble hits, visit Berg Sewer and Septic. Family owned and proudly serving Central Illinois, Berg specializes in sewer repair, septic service, water line repairs, sump pumps, and drainage solutions. They don't upsell, they solve the problem right the first time. From backups to breakdowns, count on Central Illinois' most trusted septic service. Berg Sewer and Septic. Dependable, honest, local. Get a second opinion you can trust. Visit bergtanksinc.com. Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the old farm shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.